Good day all. Today's postcard vlog is my morning walk in our woodland. I'm just coming through some of our woodland here, and it leads to, before I head down to the other harbor that borders our other bit of property, I'm coming this way and taking you with me because see this little stand of soft pines? Well, I've taken it into my head that I want to, at my little cottage in Sandwich, Old Kings, which I've mentioned in previous vlogs. If there's any new followers, maybe I'll try to link one from that cottage. But anyway, come spring, I want to start making. It's a very small piece of property, but I want to make a feel of a little woodland. So I'm actually thinking of taking some of the smaller, like see this beautiful stand of soft pines? I've been watching them grow for the past couple years, and they were just little saplings. And in a few years they've become this. So like, see this size here would be perfect to dig, and I want to transplant, just make a little cups of them almost on the property. Like see this little darling little one here? I think they'd be very happy living at Old Kings. Now of course this is private property, so that's why I'm able to dig the trees. I would not suggest or condone people going into any kind of public woodlands and digging trees. I'm sure that's probably highly illegal, but this is private property, so we can kind of do what we like as long as we're far enough away from the edge of the shore. Things get a bit trickier then. But just taking you for my walk, you can see some of the snow has remained here. And walking now out into the open field, which belongs to our neighbors, but we all are pretty good about letting one another follow the edges of our boundary line so that we can walk about. Sometimes I go through here. They have this little pathway that they made from old fencing. This often is part of my walk, whether summer or winter, although I do walk a little less in the woodland in high summer because then it may have a bit more mosquitoes in, and then I'm usually too busy at the cottage and in the garden anyway. Oh, and there's some eiders. Oh, lovely, lovely eiders. And their fun call. But I love how the male eider looks like a gentleman in evening dress in his black and white. And then their wives in their brown drab. And I just scared a little flock of eiders who just alighted and then landed back in the harbor by the, those black things floating, those are oyster cages where local fishermen grow oysters. Oyster have always been very plentiful here. And in fact, in an old video where we were kayaking, I think I showed one of our hauls. We often find when we're kayaking about, we can grab a few oysters here and there on the edges of the shore, not from the traps of course, but just from the shore, because they grow in. Sometimes I wonder if it's just when they seed it, they've seeded some of the brine or the young oyster just made it to the edge. Although this area has always been rich in oysters, which is why they started fishing it here. But here you can see this little bit of the smaller harbor. This is a nice part of my walk. As I walk through the woodlands and the forest, I can come out and then I come to this, and then I can follow it back to our beach. And you can see the snow. I love when it's like this, when it's quite chilly, but the receding tide still makes this beautiful pattern in the sand. And then see how there's just enough freeze on the top of the sea, so as it receded, it left this beautiful little pieces of crystalline salt ice. I don't know why, there's something magical about salt water made into ice. Well, I think I'm going to make this just a short little vlog today. I'm trying to stick with my schedule of posting Wednesday through Sunday. So I'm going to finish my walk, put you in my pocket, finish my walk, and then get home and see if I can edit and get to my studio and get some artwork done today. So, I've been meaning to also share more of my artwork. So maybe in edit, I'll put a couple of pieces up over this footage. I've just been working on some more of the little characters I've just been dreaming up. I'm not sure if they're going to become a storyline, but they've just been fun to do. So maybe I'll share those in this edit. My funny little anthropomorphized characters. Thank you for joining me for today's vlog. I hope you liked this tiny little short bit of my walk. And until tomorrow, remember, stay creative. Cheers.